What is going on, guys? Kiamimaru 007 back with another Marvel's Contest of Champions video, and in today's video we're going to be sticking to the theme of champions that helped me get through 6.1. And next up we have Void, an unexpected MVP in 6.1, right? His heel reversal got me through a lot, basically entire pause at one point. So Void definitely one of the MVPs of my 6.1 run. And you know, I wanted everybody that I was going to use in 6.1 to be ranked 4 or above, but Void was ranked 3 and he still managed to get through 6.1 pretty easily, I would say, right? No real problems. Is real MVP for 6.1.5 and 6.1.6, the path I took especially. Yeah, great champion, one of the best science characters in the game. Of course not touching Quake's spot there for the best science champion, but one of the best science champions, right? And we're going to jump right into his abilities. Now the thing with Void is his debuffs, right? So you want to have debuffs on the opponent, right? And basically you go through the entire match trying to put all of your debuffs onto the opponent. So let's get right into it. Passive: a suffocating, choking, and all-consuming void provides full immunity to incinerate effects, because you know, like without oxygen, fire is not alive. So therefore, in this void, there's no incinerate debuffs. Every 10 seconds, Void's intimidating presence inflicts one random debuff plus 4 seconds on the timer if at least one intimidating presence debuff is already active. So the first one will come in 10 seconds, and after 10 seconds will come in at 14 seconds, and that's mainly for when Void is a defender. He's not too powerful, right? So these are like minor nerfs, you know, in a sense, to Void when you are fighting him. And you'll see throughout his abilities that we see things that are, you know, hints towards attackers and not really about your attack themselves. When attacks, opponents can purify one intimidating presence debuffs every 10 hits on their combo meter. See, this is another attacker thing, right? When facing a Void, what you want to do is you want to do a 4-hit combo, dash back, 4-hit combo, then dash back. And when the intimidating presence timer on Void is close to you know, going off, then you want to parry him, wait for the debuff to get on you, and then hit him past 10 hits or onto 10 hits, right? And then the intimidating presence, here we go. For each champion alive on the opponent's team, intimidating presence debuffs have a 0.6 seconds delay before fully activating. This is another attacker hint. So basically, if your team is alive, a couple of members, then you will get the debuff on you, right? But then another timer will start while on you, right? And if you can purify the debuff before that timer expires, then it won't go on you at all. It will be purified, right? So that's another attacker hint. The agility debuff reduces ability accuracy of evade and the dexterity mastery by 30%, max dex 2. So is he an evasion counter? He's an all-right evasion counter, definitely not the best evasion counter out there, right? He's got a 60% chance to well, he reduces the ability accuracy of evade by 60%. And when it comes to evade, you kind of want 100% ability accuracy reduction on evade, so he's not the best evade counter. And then the dexterity thing is for an attacker hint, basically hurting the attackers. The fatigue debuff reduces critical rating by 1076, right? Max dex 2. The petrify debuff reduces opponent's regeneration and power gain rate by a flat 50%. Now this can go up to 100%, right? And the petrify debuff of Void is one of the best in the game, if not the best. And I say this because I don't have every champion that can petrify in the game, but I would say that out of all the champions that I do use that have petrify, I think Void is the best. You know, you have Captain America Infinity War with the petrify if you have a tech on the team, right? And that's only by 25%. But also these debuffs don't expire until Fear of the Void is done, and Fear of the Void is only done when its own timer is done. So these debuffs last extremely long, so it's the most reliable, I think, heal reversal in the game, right? And you don't really have to do anything to put it on the opponent, no specials needed, right? Because like you saw in the beginning, the intimidating presence is passively being put onto the opponent, right? So I think this is the best heal reverse in the game. You do get other champions, Captain America Infinity War, or Guillotine 2099 with the Spectre, normal guillotine, but I think this is the best heel reversal, right? And also good at preventing healing as well. Yeah, then we have when all intimidating presence debuffs are at max stacks, those debuffs will be removed after 5 seconds. When opponents suffer from a debuff, for each unique debuff type, the opponent takes 120 direct damage per second, and that would include parry. So you will do a parry and you'll see that the parry itself will also be doing damage. So it's basically all debuffs will do damage to the opponent. Special attack 1 inflicts 1 intimidating presence debuff. So basically what you're going to be doing when fighting Void is getting to special 1 and just spamming special 1. And the way I do it is I spam special 1 until I have 5 debuffs on the opponent, and then I work my way to special 2, and by the time I get to special 2, all 6 of the debuffs will be on the opponent, and then you throw your special 2, and then the special 2 inflicts 2 dark stings, each lasting 12 seconds. An opponent with a dark sting gains a weakness or a degeneration debuff per sting when activating a special attack. So it basically punishes the opponent's special attack. Weakness reduces attack rating by 25% for 20 seconds. Degeneration inflicts 1928 direct damage over 20 seconds. So basically, with the way I play Void, it's 5 debuffs on the opponent, then work your way to special 2. By the time you get there, you'll have 6. Then you throw this, you have 8 debuffs on the opponent, all doing damage, and then you bait out a special and it will punish the special and put a degeneration on the opponent. I think more often than not, I feel that it's, you know, they're saying that it is you know, one or the other, right? But you got 2 of the dark stings, so the odds of you getting degeneration are pretty good. Then we have the special 3. The strength of the special attack is increased based on how many unique debuffs types are currently active on the opponent. So 1 to 2 unique debuffs provides a 20% passive fury, 1 to 3 unique debuffs provides a 50% passive fury, and plus 5 unique debuffs provides 120% passive fury. So with the way I did it, with the way I play Void, you know, you get up to 8, but you'll be above 5, and if you can get to your special 3, right, instead of the special 2, that's something you want to do, then you can launch the special 3 and you'll have a 250% passive fury, which is of course very powerful. And that's about it for Void and his abilities. Since I don't use any synergy with Voids, I'll just go through them. With health gears, when charging heavy attacks, Void can gain up to 3 fury buffs, each enhancing his attack rating by 20% for 8 seconds. That's pretty cool. Parry, hold the heavy attack, launch it, and then, you know, for the next 8 seconds you're hitting pretty well. Void, when activating his special 3, the Void gains a reality warp charge for 30 seconds, increasing the duration of any fury effects activated afterwards by 20 seconds. So the fury, the up to 250% passive fury, can be duration can be increased by 20 seconds with the sentry synergy. And then overcoming fear of the Void activates at the start of the fight for 30 seconds against the Avengers. This is cool if you're maybe in you're fighting an Avenger in anything, then this would be a great synergy. And then you have Thor and Doctor Strange not bringing anything special to the party. But yeah, that's about it with Void. He's at rank 3, level 45. He's got decent health and decent attack for his level. Right, his sig level is only at 48. We didn't talk about the signature level, let's talk about that. When all intimidating presence debuffs are at max stacks, instead of being removed, those debuffs are converted into a passive fear of the Void that combines the effects and grants Void 564 attack rating for 40 seconds. So this is where I was talking about the Petrify being very reliable, because they won't fall off until the fear of the Void is done on the opponent. And the higher the sig level, clearly the more it does. But fear of the Void, it's just amazing. When fear of the Void is active, intimidating presence generates debuffs 24.36% faster. So you can get you can get all your buffs up before the fear of the Void is done with this with his signature ability. And getting it up at a higher level obviously make that more possible. And fear of the Void cannot exceed 2 stacks, so you can get 2 fear of the Voids right at what's now up when you have this at a good signature level. When you have Void, awakened. So I think Void would be one of the more deserving champions when it comes to a science signature stone. I did use a science signature stone back in the day to awaken Void, not really because I needed him at the time, but because I knew Void is a great character and maybe one day I would need him. And that day came when I started going through Act 6.1. So Void, great character. Now we're gonna jump into some gameplay in Realm of Legends, so let's go straight to that clip. Right guys, so now we're gonna jump into the Wolverine fight in Realm of Legends, and I think this would be a speed bump for anybody doing Realm of Legends if you don't have a heal reversal champion. But we got the #1 heal reversal champion in the game, Void. So we're gonna take him into this fight, and you're gonna see just exactly how I play Void. You know, I'm gonna go through a normal fight with Void, but just going against Wolverine because he does have regeneration. But this will be how I normally play Void. So just hitting into the opponent, kind of wasting time. You know, don't really want to get backed into the corner, but you can play Void without touching the opponent, which is something that's really that's really cool. But it just would take long, of course. But we're hitting into the opponent, right, wasting time, making sure we're not getting backed up, backing him up into his corner, right, and like we're gonna be spamming special ones. I'm just baiting out those specials. I don't really know why. There's no special 3s in Realm of Legends, but we go in, throw the special 1, and we're getting those debuffs up. You can see they're ticking for 123 right now, and as you can see, they stay on the opponent, right? No expiring. If he did hit me 10 times, which is very odd, you know, for a defender to get a combo meter of 10 in the first place. So you shouldn't really be worrying about that, but that's the only way he's going to get those off. And you can see I'm reversing some of that healing he's doing, right? We keep going in. So we got Fear of the Void, and there we go. We got the degeneration and the weakness from the Dark Sting, right, that's why I get to that Dark Sting, so I can get as many debuffs on the opponent as possible. I never throw a third special in this fight because that's not really how I play Void. There are situations where I would do that with Void instead, you know, to get his damage up there, but this fight is going to go relatively quickly, so I don't need to worry about my attack. The debuffs are doing enough damage themselves, but as you can see, that Fear of the Void is on the opponent, and we're getting our debuffs out pretty fast. So we could have gotten to 2 Fear of the Voids, which is the max amount of Fear of the Voids you can have. We could have gotten them, but as you can see, that heal reversal is also something extremely hefty. So yeah, that's about it, how to use Void, how I use him. Get 5 debuffs, so spam special 1 until you have 5 debuffs on the opponent, and then get to your special 2 and get the Dark Sting on them and bait out a special, right? That's how I roll when it comes to Void. And as you can see, the Wolverine is really fighting himself. And that's about it with Void, nothing too special. If you did enjoy today's video and you learned something, right, I hope you guys did. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button to join the community, right? I got plenty more videos like these coming out, plenty more videos, DBL and Marvel's Contest of Champions. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your days. Peace.